Breaking news, my country people. The former INEC chairman, Professor Jega, has sent a very strong message to the Nigerian president, Bola Tinubu. Guys, this is interesting. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Jega, has called for an amendment to the Electoral Act 2022 to remove abnormalities and clarify and strengthen some of its sections. Jega spoke at a two-day retreat organized for senators by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies in Ikot-Ekpene, Akwa Ibom State. Some of the sessions he wants. An amendment includes the electronic transmission of results, which he said must be made mandatory from the next general elections in 2027. Jega, who conducted the election that saw the enthronement of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in 2015, when the incumbent president, Goodluck Jonathan, lost to the immediate past president, President Muhammad Buhari, also wanted to see the president divest of power to appoint, the chairman and the national commissioners of INEC to free the commission from partisanship. According to Daily Trust, he said that the law should be reviewed to ensure all cases arising from the conduct of elections are resolved and judgments made before the date of swearing in. Now, stakeholders at the workshop had expressed concerns that Section 64 of the Electoral Act, which states the process of transmission of election results is, susceptible to manipulation and misinterpretation, as already seen in the last election. Jega, however, stated that such a thing in that section should be clarified. The abnormalities in that section should be clarified by making transmission of election results compulsory, including uploading of polling unit level results and sheet results used at different levels of result collation. According to Jega, INEC should have enough time to actually prepare for this. You see, if the act is amended early enough in ensuring the electoral cycle. He also called for the introduction of either early voting for eligible voters on election duty, such as INEC staff, observers, their drivers, security personnel, journalists, or special arrangements to enable them to vote on election day, especially for the presidential elections. The former INEC chairman further advocated for diaspora voting, at least for the presidential elections, to enable citizens to vote, especially those on essential service abroad. See, there is a need to enhance inclusion of women, if necessary, up to 35% of elective positions in the parliament and in all political parties' candidate lists, he added. On cross-carpeting by the elected officials, Jega called for its proscription, adding that it is not only for the members of the National Assembly, but also for the elected executives, the governors, the chairman of the local government, while INEC should be empowered to prepare for elections to fill the vacancy once it has evidence of the act of cross-carpeting. And that is just it. So guys, this message has been sent to the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to consider this and to put this, into consideration. That he feels that, this is the right, thing to do. Although, when Professor Jega was an INEC chairman, he never suggested any of this. He never gave this kind of suggestions back then. Had it been, he said this some time ago, would have been in a better place. We would have been in a better place, because at this point, let's not say it's too late, because we can never say never. We can never say never. But had it been Professor Jega, while saying all this now, had said this earlier, had thought about this earlier when he was the INEC chairman, then at this time would have gone far in terms of the electoral process. It wouldn't have been this messy as it is now, because it seems that the INEC chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, is trying to, pick up the pieces and put himself together by going from a manually transmission of results to, the electronic transmission of results. Back then in Jega's regime, that's during the former President Muhammad Buhari, it was the manually transmitted results. It wasn't done electronically, the way this INEC chairman had promised that they would do so through the IV portal. It would be uploaded online and all of that. They were just using, manual results sheets and all of that to compute these results from different polling units. And then it gave room to a lot of disadvantages, like it gave room to manipulation of election results, whereby they can easily change figures, overvoting in some certain polling units, whereby the registered members are even more than people that actually voted. I mean, the people that actually voted, I beg your pardon, is more than the registered and accredited members in that polling unit. So cases like that were very, very frequent during the 2015 elections and the 2019 elections, until 2022, when this INEC chairman came and said, okay, he would do some adjustments, some changes, and let's see how it goes. And all now for mouth, my country people. Although the INEC chairman made some changes, at least the beavers was there to read cards, so we won't have two persons casting, a vote for one candidate, because back then there wasn't anything as beavers, card readers, nothing of such. A person can give 10 votes. It was just thumb printing now. So one person can vote up to like 20-30 times, and the rest. That was what we were seeing in the north, where cases of little children, underage children were seen, casting votes, just thumb printing and all of that. So these beavers actually, it helped in a way to curb those issues of underage voting, whereby little children are being pushed to vote. Those that are not even eligible to cast their vote are being pushed to vote, mostly in the northern region of Nigeria back then. But these beavers, reduced those things, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So the former INEC chairman Jega has laid this to the president, that this is how it should be from now henceforth. At least all these should be effective as from the 2023 presidential elections. At least these things that he has listed should be effective from the 2027 presidential elections. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.